Shir is dedicated to Nishmas Rachaleya Bas Rav Chaim Tzvi. In the last shir, we quickly did a survey, a review of the Makoros and some of the practical applications of the Malacha of Memachek and the Tolda of Memareach. When it comes to Memachek, the Malacha is to scrape, to remove a surface in order to create a very smooth remainder. And the smoothing out process is through a process of elimination. Like when you sand a piece of wood, when you shave a piece of metal. This is all the Malacha of Memachek. As it was done in the Mishkan, they used to go ahead and scrape the hairs, the remaining hairs of the animal on a piece of leather, and that was the prohibition, getting that leather into that smooth status. That is the Malacha of Memachek. The Tolda of Memachek is Memareach, where you're also achieving a process of smoothing, but not by eliminating the surface, but rather by taking something and spreading it over the surface. We saw the classic case of ritia, a bandage on a surface on Shabbos, to go ahead and apply creams to the skin on Shabbos, deodorants, lip gloss. All of this is part of the prohibition of Memareach. The main application that we wanted to discuss, that we did not discuss in the last year, was brushing teeth on Shabbos. And what I wanted to do in today's year is really just go through the halach l'maisa. A number of contemporary poskim have written extensively about the prohibition of brushing teeth on Shabbos, whether it is prohibited, not prohibited, and really just go through the various issues that pertain to the brushing teeth on Shabbos. In fact, when you count up all the issues that are raised by poskim, so I came up with a total of 9 different halachic issues. Some, as we will see, are not issues whatsoever. Some are more meaningful issues. And we'll take a look. We'll go through the various positions on the matter. And then certainly the recommendation is for the person how to paskin. So you'll ask your local rabbanim exactly how to go forward. But there's a very well-known short shuva by Rav Moshe Feinstein found in Orach Chaim Chelik Aleph Siman Kuf Yud Beis. He wants to know, are you allowed to brush teeth on Shabbos and Yontif? He says, "Badavar lenakol shinayim b'Shabbos v'Yontif im toothpaste." Can you go ahead and use toothpaste to brush your teeth? He says, "Pashut she'aser shehu memachek." Certainly, it's aser because of the prohibition of memachek. Exactly what does he mean by memachek? So unclear. Does he mean you're shaving your teeth? Or is he referring to the tolda of memachek, that you're smearing the toothpaste over the teeth? So the pashtus, when you read further, is he's referring to the latter, memareach, because the next sentence he says is, ubelo toothpaste b'habrush hamayuchad lazeh. If you don't use toothpaste, so then he seems to say it's mutter. That's okay without toothpaste. Shu kamo rechitzas shar evarav. It's like any other kind of washing. That would be permissible. So to go ahead and use water on your brush to brush your teeth, that he seems to indicate would be a mutter. The problem is the toothpaste, that you're smearing the toothpaste over the teeth, the memareach problem. He does raise a number of issues further, we'll touch on in a second, but first, why is it not memachek? So some read in Rav Moshe Feinstein, and they actually asked Rav Soloveitchik about this, that maybe he even means really memachek, that you're going ahead and smoothing out your teeth by removing a surface. They suggested that you are removing the plaque off of your teeth and thereby creating a smooth surface on your tooth by removing plaque. When you're talking about the Abmalach of Memachek, this was presented to Rav Soloveitchik as a question in Shir. Is this a problem of Memachek? And Rav Soloveitchik, as recorded in the Sefer Nefesh HaRav, did not take this suggestion very seriously. He says, first of all, on a halachic level, to go ahead and assume that removing dirt is Memachek is certainly not the case. Memachek means, let's say you have that piece of wood and you sand it down, you're removing a part of the etzem object to create a smoother surface. That's memachek. When you have the hairs on the animal and you're removing those hairs, that's part of the animal, you're removing those those organic parts of that which you're smoothing out. That is the prohibition. To remove dirt, plaque from the teeth, that's something extraneous. That's okay. You wouldn't argue that washing your dishes on Shabbos is a prohibition of machik because now you're smoothing out the surface of your plate. That certainly is not the case on a halachic level, even on a practical level, to say that you're removing part of the enamel of your teeth. Maybe you'll argue not the plaque, but the enamel, which is what was perhaps purported as suggestion. So again, Rav Soloveitchik apparently, as recorded in the Sefer Nefesh Harav, kind of laughed that off. If that was really true, that you're removing enamel, so after a lifetime of brushing teeth, you wouldn't have any teeth left, and that's certainly not the case. Pashtus, Rav Moshe was talking about mimareach, that you're smearing the paste on the teeth, and that is the prohibition that he's referring to. So he says using toothpaste is certainly asur. Then he writes that you should not wet your brush even if you're using it without toothpaste. Why? As a brush tov shololachlik b'mayim kod manikui mechashash srita. There's a problem if you wet your toothbrush. There's a problem that when you press now the brush on your teeth, you're violating the mitzvah of srita. You're wringing out the water